As you know, the subject of interest in ABA is behavior. This is what we measure and this is what we intervene upon. And as simple as that seems, there is a struggle with identifying what is or isn't a behavior when it comes to test questions. So I'm going to just give you a couple of test taking strategies that I think will help you discriminate correctly for the big day. So the first thing is the first question you should ask yourself is, what is being described a verb, an action, like waving your hand, picking up a glass, writing your name, walking, jumping, thinking about the exam. Yes, thinking. If it's a verb, then yes, it's a behavior. Now, if you want to apply the dead man test just to make sure, well, when it comes to actions, that's super easy, because if a dead man can do it, then it's not a behavior. And a dead man definitely cannot wave a hand to pick up a glass, write his name, walk, jump, or think about the exam. Gosh, this is sad and also very morbid. Oh well, if it works, am I right? So now some people report that the dead man test isn't always helpful. So here are a few additional strategies to help with these types of discriminations. Labels like excited, frustrated, interested, these are adjectives, not verbs. So if what is being described is an adjective, it's not a behavior. Conditions or states of being like confused, full, anxious, depressed, these are also adjectives, not verbs. So conditions are not behaviors. And the other thing about conditions is sometimes they're defined mentalistically, and mentalistic terminology rarely describes behavior. Anxiety, depression, mindfulness, these are mentalistic concepts. They are also not verbs. So not a verb, not a behavior. Another common misconception is that not doing something can be measured. But if you're not engaging in an action, then what is there to measure? So non-actions are not behavior. Another trick is using what I call the operational definition test. If you can't operationally define it so that it can be measured by another person, then it's likely not a behavior, like feeling upset because of jealousy. Now, how on earth would you measure that? And typically, this would be something that could seem like a behavior, but upset is a label, a condition. So there's that. But then another clue that this is not a behavior is the inclusion of a causal explanation. Upset because of jealousy. We can't measure these labels because they're subjective and therefore impossible to operationalize. And if you can't operationalize it, you can't measure it. And if you can't measure it, it's not a behavior. So the takeaway, behaviors are objective verbs that are measurable. I hope that helps.